I came out here in this pouring rain, but Mizuka-san seems even less energetic than usual.
昨日頼んだ情報もう手に入った。
What was that? Computer. Don't mess with me now. Okay. She usually grins at me with confidence, but today she gives me a death glare. Yesterday, I came here alone on the way home to voluntarily torture myself in the name of our passion accord. I wanted to know why Subaru's father hates hobby robots so much.
出直してきた方がいいかな。
情報ならとっくに仕入れ済みだよ。
Mizuka-san is clearly in a mood. She was looking sour yesterday too, but I insisted. I kept expectations low, but I guess she takes this job seriously.
また秋のために一肌脱ごうとしてるんだろ。
まあ、そうかな。
This isn't for Subaru, the club, or because I want to go to Robo 1 World Championships. At the end of the day, my greatest motivation comes from wanting to support Akiho. Despite how I act, I really do want to help her achieve her dreams. I just don't want to help her directly. Just don't want to help her directly. So at the very least, I do this sort of behind-the-scenes follow-up so that she can pursue her dreams smoothly.
なんで拗ねてるか知らないけど、そういうこと言ってるとおばさん臭いって言われちゃうよ、水香さん。すいません、嘘です。なんでもないです。今日もお綺麗ですね。
The death glare she gives me is enough to make me backpedal immediately. Mizuka-san sighs and gazes off into the distance.
お父さんは息子に後を継いでほしいっていうありふれた話さ。
She suddenly starts filling me in on the details.
スバルの父親、日高博夢って名前ね。職業は漁師。ところが息子はロボット工学の道に進みたいって言い出しちゃったんですよ。しかもまだ中学生だった頃にね。だもんだから父親は強引に息子からおもちゃのロボットを取り上げたと。
One of those old-fashioned dads, eh? He reeked of old-school Showa yesterday, and I guess I was right.
中学生の頃、スバルはロボットの大会で3位だったんだろ？
ロボ1でね、中学生で3位はかなりの快挙だよ。
The robot boom was well underway, and Robo 1 was on the fast track to world recognition. Lots of participants, too.
スバルは中学生の頃からおもちゃのロボットをいじるのが得意だったわけだ。でも、中学卒業と同時にそれを禁止された。それ以来、少なくともスバルはロボットには全く興味を持たなくなったし、むしろ憎んでいるくらいの言動をとっていた。それはカイやアキの方が詳しいだろう。
I do recall him being weirdly hostile toward both Akiho and the Robot Club. But now I get it. He never really hated robots. He just acted like he did, even though he was still fascinated by them. Maybe that was his way of appeasing his father. I threw away all my robots, eh? He was refusing Akiho's invitations to join the club because of the promise he made with his father. But because deep down he wanted to keep playing with robots, he disguised himself and entered Robo 1. Damn it, Subaru.
なんで父親はそんなにホビーロボを目の敵にしてるのか。
息子がロボットに夢中で自分の後を継いでくれなさそうだからムカついたんだろう。
理不尽だな。
世の中にはそういう親子結構多いと思うけどね。息子の夢に理解ある親も父親に反発できる息子もそんなにたくさんいるとは思えないな。
I guess not.
あ、それとあの人、ロボットだけじゃなくてロケットも嫌いらしいよ。
何そのダジャレ？
Mizuka-san cracks her knuckles ostentatiously. I really need to watch my mouth today, lest I not make it home in one piece.
漁師やってる人は口には出さなくても JAXA のことはやっぱりよくは思ってないだろう。漁業組合と JAXA は宇宙センターを作るときにきちんと話し合って今じゃ良好な関係築いてるけどさ、漁師の全員が全員同じ考えってわけじゃないだろうから。
漁師と JAXA がなんで揉めるの？
かい。
I mean, it's loud and they scare the fish away, right?
島の人間ならそれくらい勉強しときな。
って言われても。
Something tells me it's not that simple, but that's what comes to mind. Mizuka-san sighs in my face.
ロケット打ち上げるだろ？それでほら、打ち上げた後、途中で何か切り離して落としてくじゃないか。
ブースターでしょ？
詳しくはよく知らないけど、それは当然海に落ちるわけだから、その海で仕事している漁師にしてみりゃ迷惑だろ？
ね。
打ち上げ日は漁も禁止になるしね。
ああ、そういうこと。
JAXA はかなり誠意を尽くしてるけど、あいにく日高さんのところは内心納得いってなかったんだろうね。
でもそれとロボットを嫌うことにどんな関係が？
結局スバルがロボット工学に興味を持ったのは JAXA がやったロボット関係のセミナーというか体験会みたいなものがきっかけらしい。
ね、それだけ？ほとんど関係ないじゃないか。
でも一般人からすりゃロケットもロボットも同じなのさ。
It's
ロボワンだっけ？
science.
あれだって JAXA が開催してるもんだと勘違いしてる人この島には結構いると思うし。私だってそうさ。10年前に初めてその大会の名前を聞いた時は同じ誤解をしてたよ。
So that's how it is.
でもそれって解決法は簡単だよね。漁師は仕事としてきちんと継ぐ。ロボットは趣味としてやっていく。それでいいんじゃないの？
そこまでは私だって知らないさ。感情的なもつれがいろいろあったんだろ。
感情ね。
His dad even said as much. He wasn't mad about the robots. He was mad that Subaru went behind his back and lied in order to continue. Yeah. That makes this messy. I doubt this is something an outsider can fix. If anything, a punk like me getting involved would only make matters worse. I feel bad for Akiho, but it's probably not worth the trouble getting Subaru back in the robot club.
それにしてもスバル君が将来漁師か。ひょろひょろでどう見ても体力なさそうだけど。
I can't stop myself from laughing a bit after drawing a mental image of future Subaru in my mind. She was in the way. What? An old emotion drifts by in the back of my mind. It's bittersweet, causing something deep in my chest to tighten up. As soon as I close my eyes to try to get to the bottom of these feelings, the truck I'm riding in rocks back and forth and comes to a turbulent stop. There are no other vehicles in the parking lot of Uchugoaka Park. It can fit about 50 cars, but the place rarely fills now. A few days ago, it'd be packed with people on launch day. Or a few years ago, it'd be packed with people on launch day.
よーし、着いたぜ。
ありがとう。相変わらずあんた運転荒いね。
法定速度は守ってるぞ。
そうなんだよな。だったらなんだってこんなに荒い運転になるんだか。
I open the passenger door. I then place my feet flat on the ground. As I slowly transition my body weight to my lower body, the Hug's motor activates and stabilizes my balance.
晴れたね。
Kind of feels like the rain from earlier was all just a dream. Right now, the sunset proudly dominates the sky. I give myself a good stretch. I really like this music. I like this tune. The scent of rain and soil tickle my nostrils. It's been a while. I rarely step outside on rainy days nowadays. The air is cooler than usual, but the moistness still lingers around my skin, and it's a little annoying. I stand up and begin walking. The Hug unit equipped on my legs sounds louder than usual, perhaps because the park is dead silent. Still, the Hug's drive noise has dropped a ton over the years. So says Takagi, my Hug engineer. Takagi? Michi Michi catches up with me and hands me his phone droid. I grab it and take a look at the screen.
わかるか？もう色は立ち上がってるからな。
それくらい私でもわかるよ。
Oh my god, put it in cat ear mode. Cat ear mode! Michi and I have known each other since high school. Even back then, he was a condescending prick. I can't even begin to count how many times I've kicked his ass. But even then, I just can't bring myself to hate him.
でもよ、本当にいるのか？いいか？幽霊ってのはな、それぞれの心の中にだけ住んでるんだろ？心理状態の投影なんだ。これ、豆知識な。
あっそ。
You can't hate him, but he'll sure make you want to punch him. That's Michi in a nutshell. Having known him for 10 years now, I've long since grown tired of actually reacting to everything he says.
しばらく借りるよ。
Easier to just, you know, ignore him. I stand still, hold the phone droid up to my eyes, and scan my surroundings with Iruo.
じゃあ、俺は車で待ってるからよ。飽きたら戻ってくるんだぞ。
ああ。
I see Michi off through the Iruo screen. Pro tip, that's what. Pro tip about pro tips. You gotta pro tip the pro tip. Obviously. I then scan my surroundings once more. The reason I'm here is because I'm looking for that girl. The ghost that Kai claims to have seen. I've heard those rumors before, but I didn't think it'd turn out to be Irie. I first learned about her 9 years ago, but I haven't seen her since. And I didn't want to. After my legs got disabled, I dropped out of college and came back to the island. It's a tiny place. I've had plenty of opportunities to see her again. I mean, I could easily just make excuses since I'm an analog person who doesn't even own a tablet. So what am I even doing right now? What do I intend on doing when I find her? I don't know.
本当に何なんだろうな。
Sorry about that. I laugh at myself and turn in the direction of the local hall remains. Oh! Well then. There she is. We make eye contact. I forget to breathe for a second as I stare at her. It's as if she's standing there tangibly, like a real person. On top of that, Irie looks at me and happily smiles, just as she did 9 years ago. That single word is enough to shake me to my very core. It's been 9 years since we've last met, yet here she is, casually greeting me as like we just saw each other yesterday.
東の風やや強く晴れでしょう。最高気温は30度、最低気温25度、波の高さ3メートルの予想です。
変わってないね。
Her innocent smile, the fact that she likes talking about the weather, her looks, her height.
あまりにも何も変わってなくて、ゾッとしちゃうよ。
After seeing her again, I finally realize that I wanted to express a single emotion that I've kept bottled up for 9 years.
なあ、アイリー。9年。ずっとここに縛られてるのかい？
芝？アイリーにはちょっとよくわからないです。
あんたは今、幸せ？
Irie doesn't answer. She tilts her head, waiting for me to speak again.
ねえ、アイリー。
Something deep inside my chest stings. I look up as if to escape Irie's honest gaze.
消えてくんない？
I don't know if this is out of jealousy or friendship. Back then, now, this girl has always been in the way. Oh. Okay. Well then. The moment I set foot into this sea of filth, I get chills. Oh boy, it's Frau time. Yes. I instantly have goosebumps all over my arms. I momentarily hallucinated that some foul and restless malice was lurking about, but no, it's just legit cold. The windows are shut tight, and the AC is on full blast, spewing cold air. Man, this room is nuts. It's a legit fortress. I'm surprised she reorganized, or more like remodeled, it to this degree. I helped carry luggage when she moved in, but there's even more stuff here than before. It also got messier. Who needs this many monitors? How many does she have wired up? They're the only light source in the room. The screens are looping Kill Ballad demo gameplay.
Oi, Kona-chan.
So in other words, it's Kai's dream scenario. She's the one who invited me, but she's nowhere to be found. She answered the intercom, but... She entered the intercom, so she's got to be around here somewhere. That said, it's super dark, so even if she was right in front of me, it'd take me a sec to notice her. All of a sudden, a hand bursts forth from the mountain of trash in front of the monitors. Jesus, that scared me. Save the horror movie stuff for the screen, please. Upon closer inspection, the hand didn't emerge from a mountain of trash. It came from a mountain of blankets. I imagine the owner of said hand must be wrapped up in them somewhere beneath. The slender hand opens and closes repeatedly. It's kind of like the hand is talking. Creepy. With no other choices available to me, I grab her hand.
うわ、冷た。手冷たすぎるよ。そりゃまあ、こんなクソ寒い部屋にいればそうなるだろうけど。
I pull on Frau's hand and stand her up. This girl has completely abandoned her humanity. When I first saw her on the plane back from Kagoshima, she was dressed a bit stylish, just like a Tokyo girl. I don't know if her zero desire to go to school makes her more or less pure.
エアコン弱めたら？
心配してくれてるんですね。だが断る。寒いくらいの方が好きだし。そんな温度じゃ PC が熱暴走するっつうの。
Seriously? Her eyes start to wander about rapidly as she whispers to herself. I really don't like how Frau does this. I can't keep up.
あ、そうだ。ロゼッタ、おもてなし、ステップ1は。
Rosetta? Who's that?
把握。
Frau slowly opens one of the blankets she's wrapped up in, folds it neatly, and places it at my feet.
どうぞ。
Is this supposed to be a floor cushion? With no other choice, I plop down on it.
ステップ2。お菓子、ポッキーなら。
How to hospitality for dummies.
先輩、何か飲む？
Is it just me, or is she talking to herself even more than when I last saw her?
あったかい飲み物は？
ある。ねえよ。
このクソ寒い部屋でホットドリンクなしで過ごせと？
コーンスープならあるらしいよ。
Corn soup.
あるんじゃない。じゃあそれ。
お湯沸かすの満足せ。
This is the worst. Not that I expected to be able to hold a conversation with someone who has such low communication skills. Frau's been acting restless for a while now.
まあ、君も座りなよ。
どうも。
Prompted by my suggestion, Frau sits herself right in front of me.
俺がここに来た理由はわかる？
監禁して病弱。
Oh,
それなんて。
I'm sorry?
は？
Can we not?
あ、今のなし。
That went from a 0 to 10.
チーター狩りの件だよ。
肩
Despite having just sat down, for some reason Frau abruptly stands back up. She then immediately sits right back down.
今の驚いた時のポーズ的な
Which means she totally forgot about her deal.
ロボアン世界大会の出場はなくなりそうなんだよね。で、俺は暇になったわけだけど、オナちゃんに交換条件の借りを返してないなって気づいてね。
In exchange for Frau creating M45's program, I was supposed to help her with the cheater hunt. Those were the conditions we agreed upon, vague as they might have been. I came here of my own volition. I'd prefer not to interact with our club's newest member, but not repaying her means she'd be shadowing me forever.
トンクス
Funks.
は？
ありがとうございます
I prefer donks.
最初からそう言えばいい。
先輩テラット S じゃねでもそんな先輩が受けに回ると悔しいでも感じちゃうビクビク状態なんですねわかりますメガネとの薄い本はよ
Oh boy. I don't know exactly what that is, and I'm afraid to check. I'm going to, though. Gotcha. I had a feeling it was something like that.
あのさ、呪詛を唱えないでくれるかな。
I haven't the slightest clue what she's talking about.
それで、チーター狩りのことについて詳しく教えて。
テキストで OK
口頭で部屋に来れば詳しく教えるってオナちゃんが言ったんだけど。
私説明うまくないわけだが
別にいい、暇だしね。
ぐめんね
Frau thinks to herself for a while, then sighs deeply. Looks like she gave in.
キルバラのリーダーボード出せる
ああ、俺のポケコンからいいよ。
出た
Frau leans up against me and peers at my phone droid. Considering how much of a train wreck she is, I thought she'd smell like sweat, but she doesn't. Well, I guess she wouldn't sweat in a room this cold.
コナちゃんさ、そのボサボサの髪臭そうだね。
嗅いでみたいとか
Oh my
匂い
god.
フェチにも程があるをでも気持ちはわかる
わかるな、匂いフェチじゃないから。
私髪鋼みたいに硬くてブラシかけるのもすごく大変です
That's a feeling I know all
だ
too
から
well.
めんどくさくてやってませんって言いたいんでしょ。
先輩が好いてくれてもよくってよ
なんで俺がやらなくちゃいけないんだよ。俺だってめんどくさいよ。
女子の髪を合法的にサワサワできるまたとないチャンスだというのに
Does she want me to touch her hair?
いいから説明の続き。
Frau clicks her tongue a little, then points at my phone droid screen.
リーダーボードの上位5人いるっしょ私先月までこの5人全員チーターだと思ってたけん
確かに上位5位までは結構長い間順位固定されちゃってるよね。
Normally, rankings like this move around a lot, even at the top. But I think KB's hasn't moved for over half a year.
だから傍目から見ると余計不正行為をしてるように見えるのかも。でも少なくとも俺は違う。
Umisho at number 5 is me.
それと4位のタジリンもチーターじゃない。
A friendly reminder that Tejurian refers to Tejuringer.
なんでわかる
わかるんだよ。これぐらいの腕になればね。手合わせしてみた時の手触りみたいなのはね、違うんだ。
Like he tries to phrase things in the most pretentious way possible. Plus, I still think Tejuringer is Misane. Which means there's no way they're cheating.
先輩のゲーマーとしての勘がささやくんですねわかります
言い方はともかく感覚としてはそんな感じ。
12秒ボツ
She barfs out some more words and grins. I'm just gonna ignore her. Above Tejurian on the rankings is an iron fortress. An unbreachable wall leading to another world. I fought the top 3 dozens of times up until now, but I've never gotten a single legit win. Number 1, Takano Ai 1998. Number 2, Hanasono 1991. Number 3, Bob Lee 1983. I'm noticing a theme with their names that I didn't notice before.
対戦中に明らかに人間技じゃない動きをすることがあるんだ。
同意。私も確かめた。
そもそも3人ともアカウントの命名パターンが同じなのも怪しいんだよな。
They all end with a 4-digit number, probably a year.
もしかするとこの3人裏で繋がってるかもしれないな。
同じチートツールで不正してる？
可能性はゼロじゃない。何にせよチーター狩りで最初にターゲットにすべきはこの上位3人だってこと。
うわっ、オッケー。
でどうやって狩るわけ？
先輩は単に相手と対戦すればいい。チートを判別する解析ツールを作ったんで、対戦中それ走らせる。相手がチート使ってれば証拠ゲットだぜ。最近チート使いもすごく高度になってて、なかなか証拠とか残さないんで、バンするなら管理者の推測かガチの証拠を手に入れるかのどっちかしか方法ないんだけど。
If the administrator just banned the top 5 rankers based on a guess, people would stop playing KB. The trust between administrator and user would completely collapse on itself. Players would fear getting banned just for doing something the admin didn't like, so they'd leave the game. On the other hand, cheaters get to do as they please by taking advantage of that trust. I'm not a fan. Furthermore, if the cheaters are hogging the top spots, I'll never be able to reach the top. Ever.
何にせよ俺は対戦するだけか。勝ち負けにはこだわらない。
負けても大丈夫だ。問題ない。
If I can win, that'd be awesome. But they're using illegal tools. That's not an easy mountain to climb. Hell, out of 100 matches, I could maybe, just maybe, take one.
ちなみにさ、上位3人って俺もたまにしか会えないんだよね。どうやって対戦するつもり？
マッチングするまで待てばいいんじゃね？
ノープランってことか。
I can't help but sigh. I gaze out at the evening sun from the abandoned hotel's hallway, all the while sipping on corn soup. This is my 3rd one. I've been waiting outside that stupidly cold fortress room for a match. Almost 30 minutes have gone by and still no luck. My phone droid has been wired to Frau's machine, so I can't kill time by playing Kill Ballad. I can't wait for my Kill Ballad match by playing Kill Ballad. I asked her to either turn off the AC or bring the equipment outside, but she refused to do either. How selfish can she be? I gulped down the rest of the soup and decided to go back into that freezer of a room. God damn, it's cold in here.
マッチングした？
Frau is sitting cross-legged on a blanket. She lightly shakes her head back and forth. I grab my phone droid, still attached to her PC. I then wrap myself in a blanket and look at the screen.
そもそも対戦相手がオンラインにいなかったわけだが。
おいおい、それも確かめてなかったの？
さあせん。
つまりいつ現れるかわからない相手を待ち続けろって？それじゃ対戦できる保証なんて全くないじゃないか。たとえマッチングしてもキックされたらおしまいだし。
I can't believe she went into this without any kind of plan. She may be a genius at writing code, but she's completely inept at everything else. God damn. There really is a paper-thin difference between genius and idiot.
そのチート解析ツールさ、俺のポケコンに入れられないの？それならここで待機してなくてもいいわけだし。
Basically, I want to go home.
できるを。だが断る。
なんで？
私の目の届くところでやってほしいんで。
There she goes again. Does Frau actually want me to take care of these cheaters or not? In the end, all we can do is wait. We naturally go silent. It's awkward, but I don't feel like I have much to talk to Frau about. It's better this way. Though I suppose the silence is making me feel a bit restless. Is she really okay with this temp? If I stayed in a room like this with bare shoulders, I'd catch a cold. Now he's starting to talk like... Yeah, Frau doesn't appear at all cold. She just munches away at strawberry-flavored Pocky like a squirrel. It's kind of sketch being alone with a girl a year younger than me. It's kind of sketch being alone with a girl a year younger than me in a dark, abandoned hotel room like this. It's a little sketch. It's a bit.
難しい字のコンビニ。
ああ、慰霊商店水香さんのところか。
It's only a 10-minute walk away.
どうぞ。
She offers me some Pocky. I take one bite and chew down. I take one and bite down on it.
もしかして主食がこれ
Yeah, why? Yeah. I was gonna make a joke and then I didn't think of a joke. Moving on. Bro nods her head up and down. Ah, geez, I feel like in a few years somebody's gonna find a skeleton in this room.
昼バラやっていい
This guy, like he doesn't even have one track. He has one rail of a track,
ダメに決ま
and
って
it's
る
kill ballot. My phone droid is continually looking for a match against the top 3. Apparently, she added a tool for that.
ちなみにこの島ラグいんですけど。
それは俺も認めるよ。東京行った時にびっくりした。
こんなラグい状態で世界ランク5位とか先輩ってらすごす。
これが普通だと思ってたからね。こういうもんだと思ってやればなんとかなるもんだよ。多分逆にラグのない状態で対戦した方が弱いんじゃないかな。
I mean, hell, my win-loss record was awful in Tokyo.
よく考えたらコナちゃんってキルバラの開発者なんだよね。
天才プログラマーのフラウ幸次郎ですをキリ
For real?
暇だからさ、開発秘話みたいなの教えてよ。
ごくり
For reasons unknown to me, she pretends to swallow loudly.
別に機密情報を教える。
Read his kill ballot. Like, it's kill ballot is love. Kill ballot is life. It's all he has. I doubt there's anything like that to begin with.
先輩って使用機体は何ぞ
頑張れ。
頑張れるは片パーツが外れるとドリラーのスピードが少し速くなる。
ああ、発動時でしょ。2フレくらい。
気づいてたとな。あと出した後の硬直も1フレ短縮。
ああ、そんなような気はしてたんだよね。そっか、硬直短くなるのか。
教室に今度つなげられるようになるような。
Ult. Ultimate move. Okay. Just making sure.
だとしたら大違いだよ。いや、でも入力は超絶シビアだな。キャンセルって3段目ヒット後しか受け付けないよね。
使ったりガードされてると繋がらないし。
でもこれでドリラーが単なる削り技から一気に主力級に格上げかも。ドリラーをメインにした戦法を試しに組み立ててみるか。いいこと教えてもらったよ。さすが開発者。でも普通そういうのって開発側から公表するもんじゃない？
言うの忘れてた。
For someone who runs one of the most popular games in the world, she sure is lazy about it.
それにダシオ先輩にはそんな細かい情報必要なくね。すごい能力あるでしょ。中二病的な。
Amazing abilities.
ロボワンの試合見た？
俺の
Frau nods once. I assume she's talking about his attack.
超反応。
Yeah.
ああ、スローモーか。
Slow mo.
スロー？
スローモー。正式名称は別にあるけど、俺は勝手にそう呼んでる。
ニコ動にもウプされてる。海少子のキルバラ対戦動画、超反応使ってる試合。
そうなの？
Maybe my opponents have been tossing them up. It is it is true that I've had slow-mo activate during matches once or twice.
勘違いしないでほしいんだけど、後天的な発作だよあれは。能力でもなんでもない。
産業で。
は？
What?
産業で説明して教えるべき。
嫌だね、話したくない。
発動条件は任意。
I want to click my tongue. Frau seems to think that my attacks are like a super move that can be activated by inputting a command.
だから発作だって俺の意思で使えるわけじゃない。っていうかさ、使える使えないっていう言い方がそもそもおかしいよ。
Activation conditions. Soul crushing anxiety.
発作起きると超反応が使えるとか、アニメなら10年前に廃れたレベル。でもガチで使えるならたまらんすぐる。
さ、茶化さないでくんないかな。発作中は苦しくて死にそうになるんだ。俺自身こんなのなくなればいいと思ってるしね。そういうことも知らずに好き勝手言わないでくれ。俺以上聞きたがるなら君を島にいられなくしちゃうよ。
I kid. If I spread rumors, I could make her an outsider at school, but she'd still be able to live here. Duh. I just wanted to get her to stop asking questions. But instead, Frau leans up against me.
じゃあ、晒し合いしようぜ。
I don't like where this is going. She whispers to me without averting her gaze. While I sit there baffled, she slides into the blanket wrapped around me. She's pressing up against me. Looks so uncomfortable. I don't blame him. As expected, Frau's skin is super cold.
誰にも言えない秘密の共有。
And the creepy music has begun.
頑張れるの最終回が放送中止になった理由、知ってる？
That's right. Akio's told me this story time and time again. Despite the show's 3-year run, the final episode got cancelled out of nowhere. Even now, nobody knows how it ends. Does Frau actually know?
別に興味はないな。
Someone had to get murdered? What is this? I'm serious. Although I'm sure Akio would jump at the opportunity to hear it.
その話をネットでしようとすると規制食らったり発言削除されたりで圧力かかる。これガチ。
典型的な陰謀論だね。たかがアニメの最終回ごときは何年も情報統制してるって。世の中には暇人がいるもんだ。
お前がそう思うならそうなんだろう。お前の中ではな。
その言葉そっくり返すよ。それで
頑張れるの最終回が放送されなかったのは関係者が直前に死んだから。
気分の悪くなる噂話だ。
しかも一人じゃない。最低でも13人。
は？
Scary number.
で、直後に監督の人が行方不明になったっつうか。
What the hell is this girl?
だからその監督が犯人じゃないかって疑われてて笑った。
I don't know if lulz is appropriate. For some reason, Frau starts snickering, like she's holding back outright laughter.
誰に疑われてるんだよ。
Did she kill him, dude? Did she do it?
生き残った関係者に決まってるっしょ。
警察じゃなくて？
警察は圧力かけられて沈黙してるし、あとマスコミも。
ネットで拾ってきた噂なんだろうけど、そんなの信じちゃったわけ？東京の人はいつも偉そうにネットリテラシーって言ってるけど、鏡見てから言えってこれからは返そうかな。
また私の本名は古氷コナ。古氷をもじると小氷。
ん？
What's she suddenly talking about?
アニメのガンバレルで監督やってた人の名前は小氷みなみ。私のママ。
Whoa. What did she just say?
ちょっと待った。それ本気で言ってる？
I can feel proud nod ever so slightly.
殺人事件の被疑者の娘。それが私。でも、この話はガチ。で、かれこれ3年近く行方を探してきて、最近ようやく分かった。ママが最後に目撃されたのがこの島。だから私はここに引っ越してきた。
Whoa, hold up. Nobody asked to hear all the deets of this crazy heavy story. This is like a form of terrorism. She's forcing me to hear her confession without giving me a choice. Or this could be Frau making up some ridiculous story, and she just made the lie seem believable. Very likely. Regardless, I feel like this younger girl has held all the cards in her hand since we first met.
やり方が汚いな。
Frau seems calm for someone who just revealed that her mom might be a murderer. She hasn't shed a single tear either. Why? Because it's a lie. This is all BS. I've never heard anything about staff dying or the director being the suspect. Even Akiho the maniac never mentioned it. And you're telling me that the killer fled to Tanegashima of all places? None of it makes sense. Which is exactly why there's no need for me to play along with any of this.
いや、はっきり言ってさ、ドン引きだよ。それが本当だろうと嘘だろうと、今のは聞かなかったことにしとくわ。
Sounds like Kaito.
厄介な問題には首を突っ込みたくないんでね。
I smile insincerely. When I try to push Frau away from me, she grabs my arm inside the blanket. Her grip is tight, so much so that her nails dig into me. Not only is it dark, but she's hanging her head, so I can't tell what her expression is. But no matter how much I try to get her to let go, she won't. In fact, her grip only tightens. What is happening? The pain starts to get intense, and I can't endure it any longer. I end up groaning in pain. Just then, the matching success sounds plays from my phone droid. Frau raises her head up in surprise. She immediately lets go of my arm. Here's my chance. I hurry out of the blanket and look at the phone droid screen.
ボブリーだ。ランキング3位。
来ましたわ。
Sure. Yep. Just moving on. Moving on. None of that happened. Don't worry about it. If I recall, I have 5 wins on him, but I also have over 30 losses. My win ratio is terrible. I only got those wins through luck.
ボブリーはスナイデル使いだお。
ああ、知ってる。
Snyder is a Snyder is a long-range sniper type, unlike Gunbarrel's hand-to-hand style. Weak close quarters combat, but strong long-range offense. The troublesome thing about Bob Lee's Snyder is how astounding his sniping abilities are.
ネットのファンサイトじゃ精密機械って異名で呼ばれてる。
精密どころの話じゃないでしょ。異常だよ。
This guy likes matches on the city map. Urban combat is full of obstacles, but he can snipe precisely through the tiny gaps in those obstacles. It doesn't even matter how fast I'm moving around. There's no way that kind of precision is possible using the naked eye. He normally lands 3 hits during a match, so you can't write it off as dumb luck or intuition. That's why I suspect that Bob Lee is a cheater. He might have an overhead view of the whole map, or is using cheat software like aimbot or something.
もう一度聞くけど、別に勝たなくてもいいんだよね。
オッケー。対戦さえすれば勝機ある。
近づくことさえできれば、あとはボコボコにしてやるんだけど。
But if it was that easy, I wouldn't have 30 losses against Snyder.
まあ、やれるところまでやってみるさ。
Wow, yeah, we're just moving on. I have the quick time event power! I win.
どうよ。チート使ってこの程度か。恥ずかしすぎるね。
I pump my fist into the air. Excuse me for getting excited, but I usually can't beat this guy. It'd be funny if he beat him too quick. She wasn't able to. For some reason, Frau is staring at my hands.
コナちゃん
先輩の指をペロペロしてもいいですか？
Why with this? Why?
いきなり何言ってんの？アホなの？
すごく綺麗な指です。私テフェチ。
知らん。
Tokyo girls are scary. I didn't think perverts like her actually existed.
それよりコナちゃんさ、ちゃんと解析してた？
当然処女をかけてもいいよ。
For just a second, I hesitate on how to react. There is no correct reaction to that. In games, I can come up with a perfect response within 8 frames. But in real life, to this? I guess I'll just ignore it.
じゃあ、チートの証拠は見つかった？
Frau starts fiddling with her phone droid, but her movements quickly stop cold. Dang computer! Stop it! Did something happen?
モニタリングしてたはずなのにチートが使われた形跡がない。
本当に？
ミスった。ロゼッタ調べて。
Can someone explain who Rosetta is?
正常？本気で言ってるの？東京組は
Frau starts scratching at her so-called hair as hard as steel.
ボブリーがチート使ったって誰も確認できてない。
どういうこと？
東京にいるサークル仲間にもオンライン上でチェックしてもらってた。でもみんなチート使った証拠を見つけられなかった。
じゃあボブリーはチーターじゃない？
I was so sure of it.
こっちの解析ツールに引っかからんようなチート技術を使ってるかもしれない。
So he has more advanced tech than we do?
まあ案外チート並みの能力を持つ化け物が世の中には本当にいるかもしれないけどね。
Hell, even my slow-mo got confused for cheating by Frau. While I personally don't want to admit that Bobbly isn't a cheater, there's no evidence. I have to accept reality.
あとは2位の花園と1位の高野愛か。
But it's getting late.
さて今日は帰るよ。2位と1位はオンに入ってないんでしょ？
Frau tilts her head, puzzled. Seems like she's not satisfied with these results.
殺人事件の被疑者の娘。それが私。
Thought we moved on from that a little quick. I recall her dangerous confession from earlier. It's like it never even happened at all. Personally, I prefer it that way. Thus, I leave the room without saying anything else to Frau. Personally, I'd like a little closure, but I guess we're just moving on. When I exit the hotel, Akio just happens to be standing out front.
あ、カイ。どこにいるかと思ったらフラーボーのところにいたの？
まあね。
I forgot that she calls her Fraubo.
二人きりで？
そうなるかな。
ふーん。
Akio suspiciously eyes me.
何？
カイってそんなに女たらしだったっけ？
そう見える？
Kaito has one love, alright? And we all know what it is.
見えない。カイの興味あるのはゲームだけだもんね。
Thank you.
よく知ってるじゃないの。
カイのことならカイ以上に詳しいよ。
それはない。
なんで？カイだっていつも言ってるくせにうちのことうちより詳しいって。
それは事実。
もういいよなんでも。で、フラウボーの部屋でゲームしてたの？
そういうこと。プログラム提供してもらったからその代わりで付き合ってたわけよ。本当はあんな変態引きこもり女子に付き合うよりゲームしてたいのにさ。
ゲームしてたんじゃないの？
ゲームしてたけどね。
おお。ちなみにさ、今からちょっとフラウボーとお話できたりするかな？
アキちゃんが？何の話？
特にないけど、親睦を深める的な感じで。
俺からいくつか忠告させてもらうなら。
Don't. The advice is
エアコ
don't.
ン効きすぎでめちゃくちゃ寒いってこと。あと、あいつは変態だってこと。
何それ？
言ったままだけど。
まあいいや。カイも付き合ってよ。
She's trying to force me back into that frozen hell? No way. Akiho ignores me and pushes the intercom button. No answer.
いたの？
いたさ。
She presses again.
コーナちゃん忙しそうだったからきっと無視してるんだよ。
Oh boy.
はっきり言う。気に入らんな。
帰ろうか、アキちゃん。
I give Akio a reassuring pat on the shoulder, but she's clearly dejected.
部員増えたのにロボ部はちっとも部活っぽくならないね。もっとこう友情、努力、勝利みたいな感じになってほしいのに。
人格に問題ありの部員が5人中3人を占めてる時点でそれは諦めるべきだよ。
I'm gonna be honest, they're all weirdos. They're all weirdos in very unique ways, and I love them all. Needless to say, I'm including myself in the three. So is he saying that Subaru and Juna don't have personality issues? So I wouldn't necessarily agree with that.
受験まで半年を切っています。
They're all
この
odd.
夏休みが一番大事な時期なんですからね。有意義な夏休みにしてください。以上。
And so the first semester comes to a close with our homeroom teacher Kobayashi's words. Good grief, like I need to be reminded of my impending doom. I'd managed to completely forget about entrance exams up till now. My classmates start leaving to head home. Now, what should I do? I wonder. It's not even noon yet. I guess I'll play a ton of Kill Ballad.
ねえ、カイ。
Or so I thought, but Akiho walks over to my seat.
この夏休みが重要だと思うの。
She clenches her fist to stress this. Don't tell me we're actually going to study for entrance exams. No, there's no way she'd ever say something like that. This is Akiho we're talking about. It's gotta be related to robots.
だって万博まであと半年でしょ。この夏休みに大きく進展しないと絶対完成しないよ。
See, told you so.
アキちゃんさ、さっきの小林の話聞いてた？
聞いてたけど。
だったら別にいい。覚悟はできてるっていうことね。そういうアキちゃんってさ、結構かっこいいと思うよ。
She's basically saying she's ready to wait another year to apply to college.
というわけでカイ、これからスバルの様子を見に行かない？
The day before yesterday, he had a huge fight with his old man. Needless to say, he didn't come to club yesterday.
そっとしておくべきだと思うけどな。
いいから。
Akio grabs my arm and forcibly stands me up. Good grief.
アキちゃん、あんなにスバルのこと目の敵にしてたのに、ずいぶん心配してるんだね。
部長だもん、当然でしょ。
もしかして、ようやく部長らしいことができてワクワクしてたりする？
Wow, she literally just laughed it off.
いやいや、ワクワクしてるのが全部じゃないよ。ワクワクと心配は37ぐらい。
意外とワクワクの比率が高いね。
そうかな。 じゃあ28。
I'm not sure how that's how this works.
昨日ってスバルは学校来てたの？
休んでた。
Yikes.
でもね、ハンガーから壊れた M45 がなくなってたんだ。きっとスバルが持って行ったんだと思う。だから
We take a look in the second year informatics classroom. About half the students are still hanging around. Akio asks from the door.
日高スバルいる？
Some students look at each other. Others shake their heads. A boy, the class rep, answers. He's absent today. We give our thanks and exit the classroom. Sitting before us is in the courtyard is where... Bleh. Sitting before us is the courtyard where our clubroom is. I sit down in my reserved seat in the shade of the tree. Akio paces around the lawn like she can't settle down.
まずいよこれ。このままじゃスバルが不登校になっちゃうかも。
考えすぎじゃない？
I brush her off, then take out my phone droid and prepare for some kill ballad.
こうなったらスバルの家に乗り込むしかない。部長として。
それはやめとくべきだね。余計話がこじれそうだから。
Besides, going to his house means confronting that stubborn father of his. There's zero chance of winning.
だったらどうすればいいの？
なるようにしかならないって。
After dropping some knowledge on Akio, I boot up Kill Ballad. My job is done. Now it is time to game. The stars look like they could fall out of the sky at any moment. Even if I lied down in the middle of the path, I doubt anyone would find me. My surroundings are pitch black, and I totally melt into the darkness. It's summer break, so I have plenty of free time. After school, I head to Uchigaoka Park and put in some major KB time. The sun has long since set.
次のニュースです。エグゾスケルトン社のヘルプフルアンリミテッドギア、いわゆるハグの2件目の暴走死亡事故をめぐり、警視庁の新たな調べで過去3年における日本全国でのハグ暴走事故が105件に上っていることが分かりました。
That's concerning. I had left a video stream running on my phone droid. The news is on now. As soon as the exoskeleton company is mentioned, I reflexively start to listen closely.
このうち23件の事故においてハグを使用していた人が重軽傷を負っており、安全性について重大な欠陥がないかどうかエグゾスケルトン社と協議して調査を続行すると発表しました。またこの数字はあくまで警察に届け出があった事故のみで、実際の数字はさらに増加する見込みだとしています。また海外の各調査機関でも調査をする動きが出始めていることから、近年爆発的に増加しているハグの販売数に影響がありそうです。エグゾスケルトン社の広報官瀬宮美咲氏のコメントです。
はい、その件については弊社といたしましても現在調査中ですので、はっきりとしたことはお答えできないんです。
一部ネット上ではハグは介護マシンとしては危険すぎるという意見が出ていますが、それについては？
我々のハグは何重にもわたる安全基準を設けており、その全てをクリアした製品のみを出荷しています。また日本だけでなく世界中の安全審査で有料だという認定をいただいています。ただ今回起きた事例については重く受け止め、被害者の方へのご冥福をお祈りするとともに、何が問題であったかを厳正に調査していきます。社長が出てきて記者会見をするべきだと思うんですが、そのご予定は？現在検討中です。
販売を自粛するような措置は取らないんですか？
それも含めて検討中です。
一部調査機関のデータによれば、これまでに世界中でハグ装着中に亡くなった方は10名以上だと言われてますよ。それでも検討中だとかのんきなことをおっしゃるんですか？10人も死んでるんですよ。人殺しの機会も当然じゃないか。何か言いなさいよ。泣いたって許される話じゃないぞ。あんた広報だろ。ちゃんと答えなさいよ。
私は。
この件については後日正式に会見を開かせていただきます。この場はこれで。
待ってくださいよ、まだ質問が。
遺族への保証についてはどう考えていますか？
ハグエンジニア制度についてアメリカで訴訟問題になっていますが、
不安を感じているハグユーザーに一言ください。
瀬宮さん、逃げるんですか？
Wow, that's brutal. I feel sick and turn off the news. Rampaging hug accidents. Actually, that reminds me. The topic has been trending on Tweepo since the early evening. I guess it's a hot issue in the Tokyo area. To people like me, living in the middle of nowhere, events that take place so far away barely feel real. As always, Tanegashima is peaceful. It's not hard to see how people start to feel like things that happen in Tokyo are events from in a different world. But it starts to feel really strange when those events involve people you know. Yeah, she looked absolutely miserable. As a PR person, she's appeared in all kinds of forward-facing media. It makes sense she'd be the target of ire. I got tired of the Tweepo discourse around the incident, and also the Exisca guy who cut off reporters at the end. It turned into this dumb argument over whether he's Misane's lover, bodyguard, or the true culprit behind it all. Japan sure is a peaceful place.
それにしてもミサネの泣いてるところなんて初めて見たな。
I've known her for a long time, but to me, she was always strong, perfect, and composed. I never thought this would be how I'd first see her cry. I have mixed feelings about it. There's something about seeing someone you know cry that makes you feel guilty. Oh boy. I hear something. It's an unpleasant, painful sound. Someone's logging into AOL again. It's 2019, come on now. Honestly, I'm starting to get hungry. I should just head home. But I might as well take a look around before I bounce. The slight buzzing sound is just barely reaches my ears. I trot over to the radar tower and whip out my phone droid. Is she around here somewhere? She's floating. I mean, I guess she could be anywhere, right? What's she doing standing there? It's too dangerous to climb the radar tower, so I decided to go up to the town hall's second floor. It doesn't take long to get up there. The wind is strong, but naturally Irie's clothes are unaffected as she stands at the top of the tower. There's an icon shining on her forehead. She must be Gejine right now.
実証実験経過ナンバー2924をお伝えします。日本標準時西暦2019年7月19日19時17分現在、状況には変化ありません。以上、実証実験経過ナンバー2924をお伝えしました。
So, Irie can turn into Gejine on her own? I guess that's a dumb question.
お兄ちゃん。
She found me. Before I know it, the icon on her head is gone.
明日のお天気聞きたいですか？明日7月20日の鹿児島県種子島・屋久島地方のお天気は北西の風、晴れでしょう。太平洋上に台風4号と台風5号が発生していますので今後警戒が必要です。
Thanks for the useless info.
ピーガー音出してたの？なんだっけ？エギシステム？
はい、そうです。1日1回必ずやります。
It doesn't seem to be causing any harm, so I'm not too concerned about it. It is creepy though. Determining the value of continuing some dead guy's experiment isn't my place. It's Taiyo Development's problem now. Someone like me who just lives nearby isn't gonna change anything. I sigh and look out towards the ocean. It's too dark to see anything, but I know the Tanegashima Space Center rocket launch pad is there. On a clear day, you can see the giant VAB and large-scale rocket launch site from here. When they still launched rockets, all the aircraft warning lights shine so you could spot the launch site at night.
お兄ちゃんは何を見ていましたか？
え？
9年前からいつだってお兄ちゃんのことを愛梨は見てきました。
It doesn't get any less creepy each time she says it.
9年前
It never gets any less creepy.
お兄ちゃんがこの公園に来た時はほぼ。
それ監視じゃないか。
お兄ちゃんが来た時に見てただけですよ。お兄ちゃんはここによく来ていました。平均すると2日に1度のペースです。3人の時もあったし、2人の時もあったし、1人の時もありましたね。最近はポケコンでゲームばかりやっていますけど、2年くらい前まではずっと何かを見ていました。夕方でも夜でも。お兄ちゃんは何を見ていましたか？
ホットドッグ
It was always the same thing.
俺さ、宇宙飛行士になりたかったんだよね。
宇宙飛行士、宇宙へ行く人ですね。でも種子島宇宙センターから宇宙へ行った人はいません。
ああ、知ってるよ。
Manned rocket launches barely exist now. Russia and France send folks to the ISS, but NASA focuses on unmanned stuff for now.
まあでもさ、やっぱ種子島で
Apparently they are trying to
一度は目
get
指すでしょ。
people back to the moon. That's exciting. I'd always watch rocket launches from here. That bright light rising into the sky, a roar that shakes the air itself. It got my heart racing every time. When I thought about how we were connected to distant space, I felt like anything was possible.
それももう諦めたけどね。
Well, maybe that's the wrong way to describe it. It just naturally faded into the dark, I guess. I started having these attacks at a young age, and rockets stopped being launched from here.
最後の打ち上げからだいたい4年か。意外とその4年っていう時間は長く感じたな。
この4年、お兄ちゃんはこの公園に必ず一人で来ています。秋穂が一緒の時もありましたが、その確率はとても低くて 1% に満たなかったです。
いつからか俺にとってここは
Where I used to watch launches, where I used to imagine rockets soaring through the air with a smile.
落ち着いてゲームをする場所に変わったんだよ。
Even when I close my eyes, I can no longer picture that beautiful sight of rockets flying off into the heavens.
あ、帰ってきた。
あれ、アキちゃん何やってんの？
Akiho is standing in front of my house. For a hot second, I thought I accidentally went to the Senomiya's, but no, this is definitely my house. After club activities, we'd gone home together and parted ways before sunset.
うちに用なら入ればいいのに。
There's light shining through the windows. I don't know if Dad is home, but Mom is for sure.
用ってほどじゃなくて、ただカイの部屋明かりついてないなーって思って、ちょっと覗いてみていなかったから帰ろうと思ったの。そしたらちょうど帰ってきたってわけ。
入る？飯まだなら食べていってもいいよ。今日のメニューは何かは知らないけど。
本当いいって、そういうつもりで来たんじゃないから。
あ、そう？
While I park my scooter in the garage, Akiho silently kicks stones at her feet. Does she want to talk about something? If that was the case, she could have just hit me up on Twipo or given me a call.
で、 ロボ部の解散でも告げに来たわけ？
違うよ。
Why would you say such a thing?
ミサ姉がテレビに出てたこと？図星か。
なんでわかるの？書いてうちの心読めたりするのかな。
アキちゃんはわかりやすいからね。
お姉ちゃんテレビ出てたね。
ああ、泣いてたよ。
うん、泣いてた。
連絡とか来た？
うん
アキちゃんからはした？
うん。
そう。
した方がいいかな。
メール送るくらいならいいんじゃない？返事はあんまり期待できないかもしれないけど。
そっか。うん、わかった。送ってみる。
Did she really come all this way just to get my approval?
あのニュース見ててね、思ったんだ。お姉ちゃんがいる場所はとても遠いんだなって。
別世界だよね。
ねえ。
Akiho goes silent again. If she was in her usual high spirits,
お姉ちゃんを泣かしたあの新聞記者、絶対に許さないんだから。うちの頑張れるなんちゃらなんちゃらパンチでギッタンギッタンにしてやる。
does sound like something she'd say. She'd probably say something like that.
うん。それだけ。うち帰るね。
本当にそれだけ言いに来たの？
徒歩2分だし、いいじゃん、来ても。
I guess not. But she still could have called.
あ、そうだ。明日から夏休みだけど、部活はちゃんとやるからね。
明日は土曜日だよ。
ロボ部の夏休みに土日なんてないのだ。朝起きてなかったら迎えに来るから。じゃあ、おやすみ。
Akio lightly waves her hand as she walks and walks away. I smile bitterly as I see her off.
まったく、アキちゃんは本当にミサ姉が大好きだよね。
まあね。
I can only hear Akio's voice coming from further down the dark street. Summer break! The last one of my high school life. My precious, valuable summer break. What is he gonna do with it? Should we take bets? A month and a half long promised paradise. Or that's what it was supposed to be. Instead, I have to come into club. My dreams of playing Kill Ballad to my heart's content sink deep into the ocean. And for some reason, Subaru's in the hangar. 100 on Kill Ballad. Right, well, good job. You just got rich. We're raking it in.
アキちゃん、いきなり何言ってんの？
おはようございます。
His greeting is even colder than usual. He looks bored, sitting on a parasol chair while drinking a can of coffee.
ねえ、ここに来ても大丈夫なの？あ、そうか。お父さんと和解できたんだね。とことん話し合って活動を許してもらったとか。
That's exactly what happened. 100%.
人間じゃありませんよ。許してもらえるはずがないでしょう。
じゃあ
父さんからはきつく怒られました。二度とロボット遊びはするなとね。だからここに来ているのが内緒です。
また親父さんがここに来たらどうするのさ。
問題ないですよ。
Subaru sadly hides his gaze.
僕がここに来ているのは一人で静かに勉強するためということになっていますから。
A closer inspection of the table next to him reveals a stack of textbooks and notebooks.
その言い訳はさすがに通用しないでしょう。
大丈夫ですよ。
根拠は？
M45 は 父さんの目の前で解体しました。
Oh.
ホビーロボの趣味は完全に封印することを証明する意味で、ですからロボワン世界大会への出場もキャンセルです。ラッシオ先輩には申し訳ありませんが。
いや、ミスターヒアデスにならなくて済むんだから俺としては助かるけどね。
スバル M45 を解体したなんて辛かったでしょ。
He said dismantle, he didn't say destroy, so he might have every intention of putting it back together. Akio looks like she's about to cry. She slowly walks over to Subaru and gently grasps his hand.
うちにはわかるよ。スバルがどれだけ辛かったか。M45 はスバルにとっては分身でパートナーだもん。そんなあの子を自分の手でばらさなくちゃいけないなんて悲しいよ。というわけでスバル、走りますか。
は？
Into the setting sun that isn't setting yet.
ほら、あの夕日に向かって。
Akio pulls Subaru by the hand and forces him to stand, then points at the sky beyond the runway. It's still totally blue.
走りませんよ。
アキちゃん走ったら発作出るでしょ。
She always has to sit and watch the others during PE. Akio pouts her lips and releases Subaru's hand.
でもあの時 M45 をかばおうとしてくれて、そのありがとうございました。
Oh, very much.
こじゃ。
Thank you very much.
おお、まさかスバルがこんなに素直になるなんて。カイ、スバルが心を開いたよ。
いや、俺に報告しなくていいから。
別に心を開いてなんていませんよ。僕はただロボワンに出ることもできなくなって暇になったので、ここで勉強するついでに頑張れる建造を少しくらいなら手伝ってもいいかと思っただけです。
Never thought we'd see the day. I never expected to hear those words come out of Subaru, quite frankly. I guess having his dreams denied by his dad was a pretty big shock.
せっかく部員増えたのにみんなガンツクワンのこと無視してるんじゃないかって焦ってたけど、時は来た。これで勝利は間違いなし。
And so Akio's dream moves forward. All's well that ends well. If Subaru is going to help with building the robot, I can finally give my mind and body to kill Ballot. To kill Ballot. Devote heart, soul, and mind. Talk about some good news to kick off summer break, am I right? Whenever one is in a flood of sound, one's body naturally goes into a rhythm. For me, the rhythm of rock best matches my body's rhythm. That's why I always have some playing loudly in my store. At my age, I've started to think it wouldn't be so bad to die surrounded by this sound. I grin to myself. I sense someone's presence and look toward the door. 2 high school students have come in. I just want to jam to this. The girl is a regular, but the boy with her isn't her usual escort. I've never seen him before. The girl is shouting something at me and seems to be gesturing with her hands to turn down the volume. I have no choice, so I turn the dial on the stereo amp.
絶対耳おかしくなってるよ、ドク。
スケを踏み倒すようなクソガキに言われる筋合いはねえよ。
I put the parts bill on her tab, but she still hasn't shown her face in over 20 days. The Robot Club is a regular customer, but I never thought the current president would be a brat who trampled on my kindness. I heard she's Misaki's younger brother, but she's completely different. Though I suppose they are kind of alike in a way. In response to my words, Akio Senomiya, I just lumped them all together and called them the Robot Club. Boldly laughs. She then slams some money down on the counter with as much strength as she's got, causing bills to scatter everywhere. How could she do that? Girl rushes to gather up the money that got strewn all over the counter, then offers it to me while bowing down. Are kids these days this cheeky, or do they just lack common sense? Whatever, a customer's a customer. I accept her money then and begin checking the amount. I like, it's so funny to me how like 50% of people are like, it's impossible, and I who could that possibly be? And then the other 50%, it's obviously him. What are you talking about? There's no in between. Very good. I have no intention of continuing down this scatterbrained conversation. Time to turn my beats back up. Hell yeah. Oh. For once, Robot Club is shooting straight with me instead of dancing around the order she wants to make. She's probably getting carried away because she's got some cash. Right on the mark. However, there's a surprising dazzle in her eyes. It's like that summer 9 years ago when her older sister first visited this unstylish, oily store of mine. Right now, thanks to the worldwide robot boom, there are a lot more girls who have an interest in hobby robots. But back then, hobby robots themselves were a minor thing. Only a small number of enthusiasts even knew they existed. Naturally, visitors to the robot clinic were people interested in crafts and machines, plus otaku with money to burn. Yet in the midst of it all, that young lady appeared before me.
Konnichiwa.
To be perfectly honest, I never even imagined that a girl around the age of my granddaughter would visit my store. Hold on, if the age of his granddaughter, at this point, wouldn't his granddaughter be like way younger? Or is Misaki younger than she looks? I'm confused now. Without at all reacting to my words, the girl calmly introduced herself.
聞いたことねえな。
今日できました。
その制服、中央種子島高校だろ。確か今日が入学式じゃなかったか。
今日入学して今日作ったんです。
誰がだ。
The age of his granddaughter in person. Yeah, I guess that makes sense because he's like remembering it.
私が
Just confused me for a second.
バカ言っちゃいけねえな。
Timelines.
来るところじゃねえぞ。
入学式が終わったからまっすぐここに来たの。そうしようってもうずっと前から決めていたから。
その同好会何人所属してんだ。
一人です。
お前さんだけか。じゃあやめとけ。いい笑い物になるだけだ。
そんなことは
She looks so happy and full of hope.
それより
I wonder how long that lasted.
見てほしいものが。
She then opens up a simple single-page blueprint.
ホビーロボか。
違います。
じゃあなんだ。
実物大の巨大ロボットを作りたくて。
帰んな。二度と来んな。大人をバカにするもんじゃねえぞ。コムスレ。
至って真面目に話していますよ。ロボドクター、あなたの腕前についてはネットで調べさせてもらいました。相沢二郎博士最後の弟子、藤田哲治さん。
よく調べたな。別に隠すほどのもんでもねえが。
あなたの助言が欲しいんです。このロボを実際に作って動かすには何が必要で何が必要じゃないのか教えてください。
帰れと言ってんだ。
いいえ、帰りません。
お前さんに教えることなど何もない。
だったら
Misaki leans across the counter.
賭けをしませんか。
賭け。
ロボット研究同好会は今年中にロボアンで優勝します。それを実現できたらあなたの技術と知識をロボ犬にください。
Even at 15, there wasn't a timid bone in her. She was willing to wager with me, a person everyone called eccentric. In my long years of living, Misaki was the first girl I ever met who was that damn bold. At the time, she stared at me. As she stared at me, there was this radiant illusion of dazzling light in her eyes. To that end, I have similar expectations for Akiho as someone who, with that same brilliant look in her eyes.
試作1号機を完成させるための努力は不毛としか言いようがないですね。
何よ、また設計部分に口出しするの。
For some reason, the kids have started arguing.
でも残念でした。また全部却下しちゃうもんね。
そもそもあれがかっこいいとでも思っているんですか。
かっこよくないのはうちだって分かってるよ。でもあれじゃなきゃダメなの。
Maybe I'm giving her too much credit.
うるせえ。
Ouch. I loudly shout, causing the pair to close their mouths.
くだらねえ雑談はよそでやんな。それでどんなパーツが欲しいんだ。
そうこなくっちゃ。
But even then, as the man who lost that wager so many years ago, I'm in this for the long term. Till the day I die. The robot club is no more. Or until that giant robot of hers is completed. I'm in this till the end. It's quiet. It's also cooler than usual today. There's a carefree feel in the air as time passes by the old airport. I look out at the runway. Juna has been practicing karate katas for nearly an hour. She always does this when she has nothing else to do. I wouldn't be surprised if she brought her karate gi one of these days. There's still no sign of Subaru, but considering his old man, he'd likely get suspicious if he came early every day. As for Akiho, she shut herself away in the hangar, doing something or other. Whatever, she'll be fine on her own. Obviously, I'm playing tons of Kill Ballad. I've already played around 30 matches today, but I think I'll get another 10 in before lunch. that happy thought running through my mind, I nonchalantly look up at the calendar on my phone droid. It's already July 30th.
マジか。ちょっと、いや、かなりショック。
I want to cradle my head. 10 days have already passed since summer break started. You figure given that it's a month and a half long, it wouldn't go by so fast. We're already a fourth of the way through. All I've done is take supplementary tests and play KB. That's right, those ridiculous supplementary tests ate an entire 10 days out of my precious summer break. But they're finally over. I'm a free man. There's about a month left of summer break. It might not be a bad idea to just throw myself into KB for the rest of it. I use that desperate idea to push out the other horrific beast looming on the horizon, entrance exams, out from my head. I could have sworn I just heard a car horn in the distance. Akio comes flying out of the hangar in response to the distant sound. What's going on? Without my noticing, she's already changed into her work clothes. She sure seems enthusiastic. I don't think we've actually seen her work clothes yet. The gloves make sense. Akio starts walking awkwardly towards the parking lot. Despite how it looks, she's actually running. Kind of.
Yoshio-kun. 何かあったの?
Juna returns from the runway, wiping sweat off her forehead with a towel.
パーツが届いたらしいよ。
パーツって1号機くんの?
多分ね。
Model 1
そういえ
kun.
ば、1週間くらい前にロボクリニックで買い漁ったんだっけ。
Juna and I stayed behind in the club room at the time. As usual, Juna has no desire to go to the robot clinic. I guess she really can't handle Doc. Yeah, yes, he's scary, but even I can't help but feel bad that his own granddaughter can't stand him. It also might be the, you know, horrible childhood trauma. Juna is rendered speechless. Akio opens the metal mesh gate connecting to the parking lot, and a large truck comes rolling in. There's a sheet over the cargo. Given how big it is, there's either a lot of something or one big thing. And not only that, there's more than one truck. A small truck with a crane attached to it follows the first one into the lot. The two trucks follow Akio's signaling, drive up to the front of the hangar, then stop.
Oh, Akio-chan! 運んできてやったぞ。
ありがとうございます。
A large man gets out of the passenger seat of the larger truck. Given Juna's voice surprise, she must know who this guy is.
スペースアーメの社長さん。
Oh yeah, that guy. He's the man behind my beloved space candy and also Michi's relative. I guess his face does look similar. The eyebrows. As the two of us watch from a distance, he notices us. A huge smile crosses his face and he waddles his massive body over to us. He's like a bear. And for some reason, there's a parakeet fluttering atop his head. Oh good. He brought the sexual harassment parakeet. Wonderful. Looks like his aim was Juna. Oh, that's right. Juna bows deeply.
考えてくれたかの我が社のキャンペーンガールになってくれる話じゃが。
無理です。もういいじゃん。
Oh my god, stop!
ギャラも弾むな。
Parakeet, please.
そうだね。
無理です。
そうか。残念だの。
The president suddenly turns his attention to me.
君がヤシオ君か。
は
あ。秋穂ちゃんから話は聞いとるぞ。おれ、お土産だ。ちゃんと食え。
He hands me an entire box of 12 bags of space candy.
ありがとうございます。
I'm genuinely surprised. This is pretty exciting. There's a bit of commotion coming from the trucks. I glance over to find the workers who drove in using the crane to unload the large cargo. Actually, wait a sec. One of those workers is Michi.
カイ、ジュン、どう？
どうって？
待望の発電機だよ。それにエンジンもラジエーターもバッテリーだってたくさん。すごいね。
ずいぶん買い込んだじゃないか。
スポンサーである社長が気前よくポーンと出してくれたおかげだよ。しかもね、西の表港からここまでパーツを運ぶのまでやってくれたんだよ。おかげで助かっちゃった。ミッチーに頼んでもらったんだけどね。これで必要なパーツはほぼ揃ったよ。あと足りないのってドクお手製の巨大サーボモーターぐらいで、それももう発注かけてるんだ。っていうかドクってば何年も前にあらかじめ作り終えてて、あとは調整するだけだって言ってた。
That's pretty major progress. Although I'm not sure what to think of it considering money did all the talking.
接合パーツなんかはほとんど製作済みでハンガーに保管してあるから、残る作業は組み立てだけ。もうできたも同然でしょ。
How about that? Our president's starting to get ahead of herself yet again. Even an amateur like me knows that the hardest part of making a giant robot over 10 meters tall is assembling it. Akio's way too optimistic about all this.
そうかそうか、できたも同然か。インパクト的にはいいことだぞ。
The president is giving up the same aura as Akiho.
ちなみにの、今うちの社でステッカーを作っとるからだ。
ステッカー？
ああ、スペースアメ車っちゅうてダーッと書いてあるでっかいやつだ。
もういいんじゃん。
それをな、ロボの一番目立つところに貼ってくれ。頼んだぞ、アキロちゃん。
ステッカー。
A natural demand from a sponsor. They're offering money in exchange for advertising after all. But it looks like Akiho had no clue about this.
社長。
He's like, I thought it was free money. I just wanted the money.
ガンツクワンの頑張れるらしさが台無しになっちゃうんだけど。
らしさ、それはインパクト的に重要なんか。そもそも頑張れるっちゅうのは何なんじゃ。
うちらが作ってるロボのモデルは頑張れるっていうアニメのロボなんです。アニメの頑張れるは目立つところにステッカーなんて貼ってないから。
だがな、お嬢ちゃん、インパクトっちゅうのは大事だ。やはりよ、一番目立つ場所に貼るってのは譲れん。
そもそも貼るの前提なんだ。
それとな、そのロボっちゅうのは人が乗ると聞いたが。
はい、乗ります。それが巨大ロボとしての正しい姿ですから。
That sounds like a jab at Subaru, who, by the way, is still not here.
で、その乗組員は
乗組員じゃなくてパイロット。
我が社としては純奈ちゃんを希望させてもらう。
Don't sentence this poor girl to death. What a turn of events. The wind blows in my favor.
無理です。私。パイロットは今のところここにいる階に。
いいや、俺はまだ一言も乗るとは言ってないよ。
ちょっと階。
それにほら、資金を出してくれたスポンサー様の意向には逆らえない。
Wow, he really is just straight up just making Juna the sacrificial lamb here. Like, works for me. I look at Juna, who is currently muttering to herself with tears in her eyes, desperately shaking her head. And feel nothing.
ステッカーとパイロットの件はちゃんと検討しておきますんで。
そっかそっか、よろしく頼むの。特に純奈ちゃんを乗組員にする件だな。 島出身の空手家美少女が操縦する巨大ロボっちゅうのはインパクト絶大だ。
ボインちゃん、
確実に何日新聞には取り上げられる。これは一面狙えるぞ。もしかすると純奈ちゃんに単独インタビューとかもあるかもしれんね。
This whole time, Juna has been looking like she's seeing the world end before her eyes. Considering she's constantly practicing karate because she has nothing else to do, she should just roll with... Yeah, why not? As our conversation continues, the rest of the parts are steadily unloaded from the truck. Every time that bird talks, I die a little inside. As soon as all the cargo was unloaded from the truck, the Space Candy Company president left like a passing storm. And left a Michi in his wake. Michi was left behind. He's tiredly complaining while sipping from a small carton of milk.
いいかお前ら、身内はとことん利用しろって話があるだろう。あれは嘘だ。正しくはこうだ。身内を利用すると利用されることも増える。わかったか？これ豆知識だからな。覚えとけ。
Noted. Should a teacher really be saying this to his students?
じゃあ、俺は帰る。あとは任せた。
ミッチ、顧問として監督する気ゼロだな。
ミッチーはあれぐらいでちょうどいいって。あんまり踏み込んでこられても扱いに困るし。
Considering he's the OG president, you'd think we'd respect him more. How is the gap so huge between him and Misane?
疲れた。
This poor girl. As soon as Michi leaves, Juno weakly sinks into the floor.
私、あの社長さん、ちょっとだけ苦手。体すくんじゃうっていうか。
推しが強い人だから？
クマさんみたいに大きいから。
I guess life-size robots are the only issue. Maybe she can't handle things that are slightly bigger than humans. But if we're gonna keep that guy on as a sponsor, we're gonna have to keep sucking up to him and using Juna. As though trading places with Michi, Subaru appears. I'll take that trade any day of the week.
遅刻だよ。
Subaru shrugs and ignores Akiho's comment. He doesn't seem to care at all. He takes a peek inside the garage, then turns back around and faces us.
太陽嵐でやられていないかどうか念のために調べた方がいいんじゃないですか。
太陽嵐がどうかした？
あ、ツイポで今話題になってるよね。太陽嵐が到達してアメリカの西海岸で機械が壊れたとかなんとか。
Just noticed her angular smile and now I can't unsee it.
そうなの？もしかして15年クラッシュみたいになるのかな？
そこまではまだ。あくまで小規模なものらしいですから。
でも機械が壊れたせいでね、暴動起きてるらしいよ。
機械が壊れただけでなんで暴動が起きるの？
セキュリティが死ぬからね。泥棒にしてみれば夢の時間ってわけだ。っていうか、西海岸ってことはベガスもやばいんじゃない？
Las Vegas is several hundred kilometers inland from Los Angeles. The Robo One World Tournament is scheduled to be held there.
世界大会はこのままだと中止になるかもしれないって噂ですよ。太陽嵐はもうしばらく続くらしいんで。
続くの？
この後もっと強いのが来るかもしれないって偉い先生がコメントしてたよ。
でもアメリカの話じゃん。日本じゃ被害とか全然出てないんでしょ？
そうだといいけどね。
As soon as Subaru brought up the topic, the contents of a certain document fill my head. The Kimijima report. If I recall, it said the following. However, without a doubt, the sun is on the verge of spontaneous discharge. According to scientific evidence, large-scale solar disturbances will occur in 2012, 2015, 2019, and 2020. This will cause grave effects on the Earth and its magnetosphere. It's not cold, but I start subconsciously rubbing my arms. I have goosebumps. It's possible that everything written in that report was the truth. Can I really laugh it off as a crazy conspiracy theory? Irie said that Ko Kimijima was murdered by someone. Why did he leave that report behind? And why was he murdered? Is it because everything written in that file was true? In the Kimijima report I found isn't the only one on the island. And isn't the only one on the island. In the rest of the hidden text files, there could be even more predictions and revelations. Wait, hold on, stop. Don't let yourself get dragged into this dark spiral of conspiracy theory BS. Oh dear. Suddenly, I hear a melody that I know all too well. Oh dear. No. That's right, Juna told me all about this. About folks in Tokyo getting messages similar to earthquake early warnings all at the same time. Juna and I immediately make eye contact. Oh god, no! It's so creepy!
Oh
boy. The melodies overlap, creating a dissonant sound. I feel like I'll get a headache if I listen to this for too long. And the poor sound quality makes it feel even creepier. The fact that it doesn't stop immediately points to it being a call and not a message. I check my phone droid, and then the display is similar to when there's a normal call coming in. In this case, however, the caller's number is hidden. Part of me is like, yeah, someone should answer it. Like, get to the bottom of this. And the other part of me, like, throw your phone into the ocean. As a test, I try answering the phone. Huh? No! This sound. It's just like a fax machine's transmission noise. Is she the one doing this? Or is this that certain organization that Ko Kimijima mentioned? I feel a chill run down my spine. My body is shivering. I can't take it anymore and hang up the phone.
Huh?
Hi? Her timing is perfect. When did this woman get here? There's nothing around here, so you can see everything, yet I didn't even notice her till she was right there. At long last, Kagome Kagome stops playing. The hangar returns to silence. Everyone stands still without saying a word. Nobody can wrap their head around what just happened over the last minute or so. Who is this person? Did someone from the media come by for an interview? Or... Who killed him? The woman smiles as she speaks. A single black van comes driving out onto the airport apron. It's approaching at a high speed. It then comes to a stop behind the woman. That doesn't sound like a suggestion. Collected. Brawny-looking men in black suits exit from the van. 5 of them. With so many confusing things happening in such a short amount of time, I don't even consider the option to flee. Before I realize it, I've been grabbed from behind with both arms twisted. I can tell I'd be in immense pain if I attempted to resist, so I stay put. I can't say I saw this coming. Akio is grabbed by the arms of one of the men and forced into the van. Juna and Subaru as well. It hasn't even been 2 minutes since that woman showed up. Yet in that short amount of time, she's managed to abduct 4 high schoolers. I get pushed onto one of the van's seats. I'm just dumbfounded by this entire situation. All I can think about is Ko Kimijima's fate. The fear of being erased. My body's been trembling ever since Kagome started playing. I desperately try to talk. The woman, now sitting in the front passenger seat, turns around to face us. She removes her sunglasses and flashes us a cheerful smile that doesn't really fit the situation. What? What? I'm sorry? What? Pardon? When did she start working for the CIA? Or whatever this is. What? Okay, my brain just exploded. Despite the smile on her face, her eyes aren't smiling in the least. Okay, so I'm calling it. I need to recover from that. What? What? Okay. All right. This is the part where I say thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Bye. See you later.